next question comes from Ed, and he wants to know what your thoughts are on the recent software capitalization publicity with DJCO, and gave a little bit background too. For some background, there's been legal action against DJCO regarding their accounting, as they tend to expense software development costs. A firm has claimed this is an incorrect method of accounting, expecting instead for it to be capitalized and depreciated over time. However, DJCO claim they are correct, and they've confirmed this with outside audit. Matt?
Yes, this is true. It's a fictitious claim designed to be a publicity stunt by the intruder. So although it's slight distraction for some of the management team, some of us included, we completely side with the business. Essentially, there's some very fine details that where this outside firm who owns no shares and has no vested interest in the success of the firm is, for publicity purposes, claiming that they should be capitalizing their software expense rather than expensing their software. That is not correct. And there's been statements made by Stephen Myhill-Jones and management, letters that have been publicly addressing this, and an outside consulting firm that's agreeing. And ultimately, what the outsider is attempting to is asking them to capitalize rather than expensing their development costs simply means that they're going to take the costs that they spend on developing software today and spread it out over the next decade, which then reduces their costs or expenses on their income statement temporarily, and by the way, they did spend the money. So they're going to spread out the expense over some period of time into the future, thus artificially increasing their short-term profits, which incidentally would require them to pay additional cash flow in things like taxes and things, but artificially increasing the profits because they're spreading out the costs into the future, which then will supposedly drive the stock price up. So this is a very short-term thinker, and the approach is being done for publicity. So we're trying to just steer clear. And I expect these firms, we have some really great, interesting firms. Some of them are extremely unique. They're going to be dealing with some outside attacks from time to time. Unfortunately, we're dealing with this one from Daily Journal now. It doesn't have any merit. Unfortunately, the individual is just making a mistake. So hopefully he stops. In fact, he's asking in his claims for, I think, $24 million or something for discovering this anomaly. So that, it's very much in his self-interest. There's nothing, the firm is a wonderful firm. Obviously, Charlie Munger and everybody at the helm are doing things properly. Stephen Myhill-Jones is excellent. Jennifer, you may have met him. He was at our Berkshire soiree this last year. And so we are really confident with the management team, the board, and the direction that everybody's headed. And we're very happy to have them expensing these technology costs as they spend the money to develop the technology. It makes a lot of sense the way that they're doing things, and the outsider is incorrect.